everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Natalia, and today we're doing a makeup challenge, a 5-product makeup challenge. We're going to do a full face of makeup with only 5 makeup products, and we'll only be using 2 brushes or makeup tools, however you want to call it, as well, and that's going to be the beauty blender. I use my Real Techniques one, and I'm using this brow groomer. It's the neon from the neon brush kit from Lavish. And now let me tell you what 5 makeup products I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Luminous Foundation from Anastasia, and I use the shade 130N. I'm also going to be using Sephora's Long Lasting Lipstick in the shade 42. It's a dark rouge color. And then I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the color C2. Next, I'll be using the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lip in the color Dominatrix. And my 5th and final product is the Jeffree Star The Gloss in Sky High. I already pre-did the swatches. You can see right here is the foundation. It's super thick right there, so you can see it. And this is the concealer in C2. And then you can see the pretty gloss of that Sky High color lip gloss. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna use the gloss for the highlights. I think it'll look really cool. And then here you can see the Sephora lipstick in 42. It's a dark rouge color. We're gonna apply that very lightly to the cheeks. And then down here is a Dominatrix. It's a beautiful dark brown color. It will be really nice for a nice neutral look today. And we're gonna use some of that Dominatrix along with my foundation to do some of the contour and things like that. And so let's get started. Alrighty, so I set you guys a little bit closer so we can get started, and I'm just going to apply my foundation like I always do. I always like to apply a good amount of foundation. That's just me. Everybody is different. And if I'm 100% honest with this makeup challenge, if you're talking about all products that are being used in the morning to get set, it'll probably, it's more like a 10 product makeup challenge, because I did use moisturizer and eye cream and primer. I use the Poreless, there it goes all in my hair. I'll work on that. I did use the Professional primer, and I really like the way that feels on my skin. Alrighty, there we go. Yes, my foundation is off a little bit. I've been getting more sun, going on a walk every single morning, unless I get a blister, and then I try to take a couple of days off before and let my wound heal before I go on to the next. Alright, so now that I have the foundation on, I'm going to go in with my concealer. These steps will never change. I'm getting low on my concealer. If anybody knows of a really good concealer that I can get on the fly rather than waiting like a few weeks, a couple weeks, I don't know how, if you ordered stuff from Jeffree Star recently, like in the last few days, let me know when you guys get it in so I can see when it comes. Same thing with Morphe because I know they sell it as well. Although I'm kind of waiting for the James Charles palette to go on sale again. I'm hoping it goes on sale soon. And I also know that this concealer is not the perfect tone for my skin tone. Actually, I'm looking, because it's C2 is for really light neutral skin tones, and I have more of a pink or rosy undertone, so I think I'm going to either go with, I think it's either C1, that's really light like this one, or maybe go just a tad darker and go with C4. Okay, now we are going to work on the, what is it called? The contour. Goodness gracious, I cannot talk today. I'm like, it's that's how my mouth is working. But yeah, we're going to work on the contour. This is the first time I'm doing this. It's a challenge on camera. I didn't like prep 10 times, so let's try it. It's like I'm putting it right where my light is, so I can't use it, so I have to be like way over here, but the lighting is not that great. Oh, I look better over here. Okay, make or break. So normally I start my bronzer like right here. I'm just going to, and of course the darkest is going right there. Okay, it's, yeah. That's not bad. I'm not like super great at creams, so at least it's like smoothing out. And I'm literally mixing, I should have said that. I'm mixing the dominatrix and my foundation to create the shade for the contour. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's horrible either. Let's just keep on going. Alrighty, so next is going to be blush. And I'm just going to put a couple. Yeah. I probably put way too much on this side. I feel like I did. It's actually, I kind of really like it. I think because I put a little bit much over on this side, that this side just needs a little bit more just to even out the color on both sides. I could either do that or I could just take some foundation and go over the other side, but I'm not like totally against having pretty rosy cheeks. Alrighty, so there's that. Next, I am going to use just a little bit of the Sephora on my eyes, just kind of to give it a little bit of color here. And I'm just going to blend it in. See, that's nice. It gives it just a little bit of color. I think it's really pretty. And now I am going to use Dominatrix and my brow groomer from Lavish. I'm going to use the little angle brush portion, and I'm just going to try and do like a eyeliner. It's not bad. It's not my best. Actually, it kind of is. I'm still new at eyeliner. I think if I try to do any more with this liner, that I'm probably going to mess it completely up. And I already have, in the sense that I gotta let it air dry for a minute. So we'll be right back, and I'm just gonna really quickly do the liner on the other eye, and then we'll go on to the next thing. Alrighty, so there is the other eye. It's looking pretty gosh darn good. I'm super surprised. Anyway, let's keep on going. I am going to use a little bit more Dominatrix, and I am actually going to fill in my brows just a little bit. I'm going to be really, really light with this because it is such a dark color. I'm doing my brows later in the game just because I wasn't sure how everything else was gonna go. And they're not my favorite part. Oh, not bad. I actually really like this. I might do this more. Okay, this brow is the ugly stepsister. Like, this one was awesome. This one is horrid. I'm going to fix it. One moment. Okay, it's better, not perfect, but hey, it's not too gosh darn bad. Now we're going to I'm just going to add a little bit of the Velour Liquid Lip as mascara. And I literally just pop the spoolie into the liquid lip, and it looks pretty cool. Well, that was messy. One moment. Alrighty, so I just finished my mascara and it's looking pretty gosh darn good. I cleaned up this by just removing that big huge spot and adding a little bit of foundation back in that spot with a little bit of concealer on top and just blending it all in. And I think it turned out pretty good. Alright, so last but definitely not least is to do the highlighter and then the lips. And actually we still need to do the lower lash line. So first I'm actually going to use a wipe, so that would be another thing. I'm going to use a wipe and try and get most of the color, most of the dominatrix color, although I'm not going to be like super worried if there's still some on there. I'm just going to get rid of as much as possible. And then I'm going to use the Sephora lipstick, and I'm just going to put a little bit on there, try and get it, and gotta close it up, otherwise it gets all over my desk. And I'm gonna do the lower lash line and just kind of lightly do it. I probably should have done this before I did the mascara. Yes, I'm just using my finger to blend it just a little bit. And the reason I'm not getting another brush or something is simply because they're not accessible right now. I was cleaning most of my brushes, so yeah. That's actually not too bad. So I went with that. I think it's actually not too bad. I'm actually kind of happy. I mean, it's not the best. It's definitely not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Alrighty, so now I'm going to do my lips, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of each. I'm going to do a little bit of this with some of our dominatrix, and we're just gonna have some fun. Okay, how bad do I look? I think this is going to make it too dark, so I'm just gonna leave it with a red lip. Dark red lip. I look kind of gothy. I don't know. And I messed up the lips, so. Alright, let's just finish out this challenge because I'm kind of over it at this point. And I'm just going to add my highlights to our regular places. Alrighty, so that is the final look. We got a little bit of a highlight there. You can see it on the nose real well. And I put just a little bit on my lips like I do with all of my makeup. I like putting just a little bit of the highlight right in the middle of the lips or somewhere on the lips, and I think it looks really, really nice. And it's a very glowy look because we did use luminous foundation and we're not using any setting powders, so that's something to keep in mind. I think that it turned out really well for the items that we had, and you know, if that's all you got and you want to do a full face makeup, hey, you can do it. I think it turned out pretty gosh darn good. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. You got something from it, whether it's learning to use your tools and your products in a different way, or you found this interesting. If you did, please like and subscribe, and there are more videos coming very, very soon. And in the meantime, I will see you on the next one. Bye!